Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to make some methi lagan. I've grew some lovely methi seed in my little box and it was ready for picking. So I decided to make some methi lagan with my methi herbs. Usually lagan can be made in different fillings, but because I have my methi, so I'm going to make a methi lagan. Here's my ingredients. I have about 3 bunches of methi cleaned and washed, and I also got a handful of spinach herbs. So when I add these herbs together, these herbs will also avoid the bitterness of my methi herbs. And thereafter we will have a nice green lagan. I have half a cup oil, 1/3 of a cup milk, 1 onions diced fine, 2 eggs. Here I have a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of hurdee, 1 teaspoon of jeera powder, and half a teaspoon of sugar. Then I'm going to use 3 green chillies and 1 clove of garlic. I have here 1 can of cream style sweet corn, which is 415 grams. 3/4 cup of self-raising flour, but if I need a little more flour, I will add on. Half a cup of semolina and 2 tablespoons of gram flour. To sprinkle on top, I've got some sesame seed. I got a handful of fresh dhania and a little bit of parsley. My lagan is going to be baked in the oven, so I've got my oven already preheating to 180 degrees, and lagan is like a savory cake. Firstly, I'm going to start by creaming my eggs. To my eggs, I'm going to add in my milk and my oil, and I'm going to give this a quick whisk. To my second bowl, I'm going to add in my self-raising flour, my semolina, and my gram flour. I'm also going to add in my salt, my baking powder, my hurdee, my jeera powder, my sugar. I'm going to mix this up. I'm going to add in my green chilies to it and also my garlic. Gradually, I'm going to add in my egg mixture, the flour. And mix this all together. I'm going to pour in my cream corn, which also got a lot of liquid. Also fold this in. I used about 1/4 cup of milk to rinse out my can, and I added it into my dough. So now I'm going to add in my onions, my spinach herbs, my methi, I'm going to use 3/4 of this dhania and 3/4 of my parsley, and I'll fold all this in. Here I have a pie dish which I lined up with baking paper. So I'm just going to add in this dough into the baking dish. As you can see, this is not too runny and neither it's too thick. I'm just going to garnish with some of the dhania. And even if you like, you can garnish with some of your crushed chillies. And then my sesame seed. Now I'm ready to pop this into the oven for 45 to 60 minutes. We'll check. And you can also adjust your oven accordingly. One hour for the baking has passed. When we checked after 1 hour, we see it was still not done. So we gave it extra 10 minutes. And now it's ready. I will allow this to cool for 15 minutes and then I'll cut and serve. Here you go, your lovely methi lagan. It's nice and brown on the outside and it remains moist in the inside. This is a texture of the quiche that we make. Part of the reason it stay moist, it's because of the cream of corn. And this goes lovely with a cup of tea and a nice tea time snack. I hope you'll all give this a try, and thanks for watching and enjoy.